doctor, lawyer, astronaut, astrophysicist, president of the United States, senator. All of these jobs are considered difficult. All of these jobs garner respect. But none of these jobs are as hard, are as grueling, are as thankless, are as beautiful and corrupting in their power as a Brooklyn DJ. Supr Sprt has climbed that mountain, driven that Bugatti, and he's still doing it. And a lot of people, when you get into your difficult fucking job that you prayed for, that you wished for, that you really fucking wanted, a lot of people seem fucking miserable. And you know the best part about this guy? He's fucking happy, man. He's happy and he likes what he does. I've met millionaires that complain about getting up every day, and this dude's happier than most of them. And I'm happy to share a few ingredients on what being a Brooklyn DJ is like to you. Thank you, Supr Sprt, for linking up with a random white kid from Twitter. This is so fucking funny to me. This is funnier than a lot of fucking comic podcasts I do, simply for the absurdity factor. And thank you for that espresso. It's the only reason I survived that 4-hour drive home. Alright guys, check it out. The closing track is Approaching Wonderland, but listen to most of his music, man. I like a lot of his fucking shit. No, I don't mind it at all, dude. Honestly, I like background music, really kind of like calms me down. Like if I'm ever doing anything in the house, I cannot bring myself to focus on one thing unless there's 3 things going in the background, you know what I mean?
I get that way.
Yeah, especially since I got sober. Like now I need to light a candle, put on a vinyl record, and like have a book open near me, not even being read. Like I just need a bunch of things going at the same time to soothe my brain.
I feel that.
Yeah, that's really why I like coming to New York though, because it's like a lot of energy I can feed on. When I walk around, it's like always stuff going because
stimulating.
Yeah, I come from a very like calm place, so it's sort of like it's always calm, and anything big or dramatic that comes in feels like anxiety ridden, you know what I mean? And here, you get that callous to it, so you're not as stressed out over bullshit. But, all right, yeah. Supr Sprt, you want to introduce yourself to the fine 5 listeners of my podcast?
Hell yeah. Hello, I'm Supr Sprt. I'm a producer and a DJ, and I live in Brooklyn, New York.
Basically living the dream at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's, would you say, like, so do you want to go into the life story, or do you want to talk more about, like, DJing as a medium in this hub of, like, everyone comes here would want to be a DJ? You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's a good place to start.
Yeah,
because, yeah, I mean, I literally just finished a DJ lesson.
Yeah.
For another fledgling DJ. Hold on.
See, that's money calling all day.
Oh, that's my girl. I'm going to call her back. Yeah, DJs, there's too many of them, and I keep creating more. Yeah, I don't know, there's definitely a lot of them, a lot of us. I feel like it's become a thing that, like, I was actually just talking about this with my girl.
Yeah.
Let me just text her real quick.
I mean, we can cut it real quick if you want, or, like, it's not anything serious, but, is there a resistance to creating more DJs or, like, supporting more DJs because you feel like there's a surplus that makes it harder to make it?
Yeah, that's a good question. People don't like their slots getting taken, or like gigs opportunities, which is like money. Because people see it, they're like, okay, so-and-so is doing it, they're getting money. I'm going to do it, I'm going to make money, but like, you know? I think it's good because it makes it like competitive, and it like weeds out like the weak a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you can't just come in here half-assing with like a little bit of talent or like a decent ear and like
right.
Yeah, it's you need to actually break your teeth and like get seriously into it.
Yeah, and if you're afraid of like a new DJ taking your slot, like you're probably not
confident enough in yourself to deserve that spot anyways.
Yeah, I kind of felt that a little bit because some of my students, like, we kind of fell out or like had awkwardness, and I was like, damn, I just like wasted this like knowledge on this person I don't fuck with anymore. And that's when I just like across the board, everybody, friend, stranger, I charge money.
Yeah, and that's a huge important thing to actually make it not love anymore. Like, no, this is like, I'm giving you gold. I'm giving you the tips of the trade. And if you want those tips, I need to be paying my fucking rent with it. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, people ask me for tech support all the time. Like,
oh, dude, my buddy does IT. The amount of times I've called him about bullshit for my computer, you would not believe. Like, you know what I mean? And thank God, out of the kindness of his heart, he's not charging me. But it is a fee, and, like,
Yeah.
It feels like love is a commodity that gets taken advantage of constantly. And if you're a
Right.
kind person, you often get that taken.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel about a couple of my students. But, you know, it's water under the bridge. They're doing their own thing.
Hey, man, and it's like not a bitter thing, man, and hopefully they'll pay you back in dividends. But how about, so, how'd you get into DJing? Like, when did it happen? Did you stumble into this? Was it something you just accidentally walked in and a vinyl record was on a thing, and you dropped the needle, and they were like, you're in!
I wish. That'd be epic. That'd be a cool reel idea, actually.
Yeah.
But, no, I don't know. I always found myself, like, making mixtapes and, like, CDs.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm old, and then eventually I started like playing them out for people. Like I go to like a picnic and like play a mixtape of mine.
Yeah.
And people would be like, "Oh, cool!" Like
You're putting me on right now. Like it's interesting shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I started hanging out with these breakdancers, and was like I got more into like the freestyle genre of music and like Miami bass and like those kind of like break beats as well. They go well with breakdancing.
Yep.
So that's when I was like, okay, I like having like the songs back to back, but I don't want them to stop.
Yeah.
Like the break in between songs was like the most awkward, soul crushing.
Oh yeah, like that little gap in between, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what everyone loses their rhythm, and it's kind of like you have a good rhythm going, you're dancing, you're enjoying yourself, and then the song changes, you stop, you're awkward for a moment, waiting with anticipation for the next one. And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. So I was like, fuck it. I just graduated high school. I got some graduation money. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna buy some turntables.
There we go.
And I got some like really, really shitty ones. And like, yeah, vinyl, I didn't know how to shop for vinyl. Like, this is like 2008. There was no like YouTube.
Oh, and it's an interesting process because my friend that lives in Virginia, she was like, everywhere I go, it's $40 for, and I was like, no, you got to find like a shithole, and then you go through the 99-cent bin. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
I mean, it's
really,
all
like,
shit.
It is all shit, but it's shit to you. You know what I mean? One man's traps, another wins.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I like...
Oh, and what year was this that you bought all the equipment and started up?
2008.
2008? Holy shit, you've been doing this a while.
Yes.
Gosh.
Very long time.
I still like can't accept how old I am and like thinking about like, you know what I'm saying, 2008 to 2025, like how much time I spent. I'm 29 years old. How old are you?
I'm 34.
34?
Yeah, I've embraced it. I definitely felt weird about it for a while, especially after like hitting 30.
Yeah.
I was like, am I supposed to be here? Like, am I like too old? Am I being weird? Like, and I fell out with a longtime friend of mine who lived in Nashville. Because out of the blue, he just, like, started, like, rashing on me and was like, who do you think you are? Like, you're going out all the time, and you're going to be, like 35 and still DJing.
We're supposed to be white picket fences retired by now, or something to that effect. And
I think he had more, like, aspirations to be, like, an esoteric music producer, and was kind of, like, counting on me to, like, join him on that journey.
Oh, yeah.
Because we did some live shows. It was super cool. We learned how to DJ and produce, like, a lot of that. And then he was just like, you're going to be 35 and still DJing. And I was like...
Yeah, and it's also... That's you trying to bully me into being your domestic partner, bro. That's, like, a weird... I don't want to, like, rash on your boy, but you know what I mean?
No,
like, it's kind of like... You're trying to bully me into being something that you want. And also, I've learned as I've gotten older and, like, within... Any attack on your personality or yourself is an insecurity in that own person.
That's how I took it as. And then I was like, bro, like, where is this coming from? Like, really, just, like, tell me, like, think about it and, like, tell me where this is coming from.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a nice thing to say to me, like, constructively, I'm happy to listen. But if you're just going to, like, tear me down and, like, ruin our friendship, like, peace. And we haven't spoken since.
Cheers.
Hey. But yeah, no, that was part of the growing pains.
It's hard, man. It's really difficult because maintaining relationships and friendships as you get older, it's a lot, like, you have to work, you have to provide for yourself. Like, you even said, like, helping people, you need to ask for monetary compensation and shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
And so how many DJs do you think are actively, like, are trying to do stuff in right
New York?
here? But, yeah.
Oh my fucking
Because, like,
God.
I'm a straight white comedian. Like, I'm also in a niche oversaturated with myself. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, I have thoughts on that. About the DJ community in that regard. Probably definitely in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Perhaps I wouldn't be surprised if in, like, Brooklyn and Manhattan, if there's, like, thousands of there are literally probably, like, 2,000 or 3,000 DJs.
Dude.
From all levels, like...
And just walking on the street, you could stop someone, and like eventually, after about like 50 tries, probably another DJ.
That's crazy, yo. That would be a crazy social experiment. Yeah. It's like stand on a corner and stop 100 people and see how many of them are DJs.
Hey, can I book you for this DJ gig real quick? Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be a great.
I just would like to see the numbers.
Oh, dude.
Like, it seems like everyone I know is a DJ, and like very few of them good DJs. On top of that.
Yep. And it's. Also, do you feel like there's niches or like specific... Is there like a place you feel comfortable, like this is where I like DJing and stuff like that, like venues or like a specific area or...
Yeah, I mean, this area where I live is like... I call it the Bermuda Triangle sometimes. Mm-hmm. To some people, it's Mecca.
Yeah.
There's like Mood Ring, Bossa Nova, Paragon, like right here. And then really close by actually where I'm going tonight, is Silo,
mm-hmm.
which is fire, and then next to it is Elsewhere, Honeys.
I went to Elsewhere once, actually. I saw Zach Fox do a DJ set there. It was pretty cool.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Elsewhere. I just had my debut there 2 weeks ago.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. It was like outdoors and like the big floor and shit like that?
It was in the loft.
In the loft, like the lower part?
It's like upstairs.
Yeah, the loft. Yeah, that's where I went for the show, actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, but I mean, my favorite place really depends. I think it really depends on like the party and like who else I'm playing with. Mm-hmm. I like playing at non-clubs.
Yeah.
The most.
Like spaces that are not necessarily dedicated to that, like just pop-up type shit.
Like, yeah, or pop-ups, or my very favorite place to spin, because they pay me in glasses, is my eyeglasses store.
Hilarious.
No, that's awesome. And it's also, I feel like you're a pleasant surprise when people walk into that kind of stuff versus like when you go to a club, they expect you to be there. And when you walk in and there's music in like a restaurant or a retail store, it's like, this is sick. Like, I'm not going to do it. Like,
and they don't make requests. That's the best part.
Oh,
they don't feel entitled because they didn't pay cover.
Yeah.
Oh, you make someone pay cover, then they're like, I need to go tell the DJ what's playing. Exactly.
They should get you guys like a separate bouncer to be like, get the fuck away from the DJ booth. Like,
I have friends that volunteer to do that. My very security working ass friend Gems, he does that a lot. Like he'll.
Like, what's the worst song that people ask you to play often? Like, when I was, I worked weddings for, like, several years, and I just, every night when I heard Uptown Funk, I fucking hated my life. Like, it's literally, like, the worst fucking thing.
I mean, sometimes I'll take gigs, like, near NYU.
Yeah.
And that's where,
I appreciate you choking as I said Uptown Funk.
Bro, no, I know the vibe, because I had to play, like, at a NYU spot a couple times. And, like, their budget was good.
Yeah.
Like, it was just me all night, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to, like, sprint to the bathroom in between songs. But, yeah, I remember one night, it was St. Patrick's Day. I think I got, like, 40 or 50 requests.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
It was brutal.
No, that's very draining.
But what I did is I took note of what everyone was requesting, and I downloaded it. And then the next time I played there, I got, like, 2 requests.
Yeah. Because you just already had it, like, lined up on them.
Yeah, like Sabrina Carpenter and like Ariana Grande, SZA.
Now these are records you wouldn't normally listen to, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it bad, because like it is good music. That's why people like it.
It's like
it's not what I would choose, like
now,
for sure.
When you're putting together a set, would you do like one for them, one for you, one for them, one for you? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Or even like depending on the type of night, because like more like artistic forward, where they like book me from because I'm an artist and not a DJ.
Yeah.
Then I can play more for me, or like completely for me, and just be like, oh, okay, you came here to listen to what I want to.
Yeah, like you want to hear me. Like this is me expressing myself versus this is me doing like. Right. Okay, let's get their asses shaken. Come on, please. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, or just like have a body behind there to like press the Drake button every 3 minutes.
The Drake button is hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Drake song?
Fuck Drake.
Dan, you said you had some questions. Do you want anything you want to ask?
I mean, I like what you guys got.
No. I just don't want to like alienate you from the conversation because you're here.
What is a record that you fuck with? Like, personally, that you play and other people don't fuck with? And do you ever take offense to that?
That's a really good question. I think a lot of Chopped and Screwed or, like, funk, which is, like, a derivative of Chopped and Screwed.
And that's funk, P-H-U-N-K, not F-U-N-K?
Yeah, P-H-O-N-K.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, a lot of Russians gravitate towards it.
Nice.
But it's like Memphis, like 3-6 Mafia, Project Pat.
Oh, dude, Thomas Wright III, is he from Memphis?
Yep.
Too? Yeah, dude, that shit,
Great
like,
example.
oh my god.
What do you know about Thomas Wright III? That's crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
I know I can't find it on Spotify except for one song with Little B, and I have to listen to like bootleg ass sounding recordings.
Now
on
you're
YouTube.
from Russia originally, or you from here?
I was born in Tajikistan, which was part of the Soviet Union.
That dissolved.
Right. So when that happened, my family moved to Belarus. And then we got literally like sponsored by like a church to get our visas to come to America. So I lived on the border of Texas and Arkansas. Then I moved to Nashville, ages like 7 through 18. Then I moved to Boston, 2009 through 2018. And then I lived in White Plains for 2 years.
Where's White Plains at?
Upstate New York.
Yeah, it's like Westchester.
Yeah, that's interesting because you go from like Texas and Arkansas, there's nothing. Then Nashville has a whole music scene, and then you're kind of like easing your way into like a more dramatic and crazy lit place to me to end up in New York, one of the most busy places there is.
Yeah, I kind of inched my way north for sure. Yeah. I knew I had to get out of the South though. Like I got to a point, especially like musically, that I was just like, this is not it for me. Like I need a city.
Yeah, you need the energy to kind of work off of, and so. Yeah, so funk.
Funk definitely. Because one of my friends called it drone video music. They're like drone
perfect.
Like backdrop music is crazy, but I think it's hard because people not liking music, you can't really fault them for it. It's just a fact that they don't have an understanding. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could read a poem to someone and they're not gonna get it and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's also difference in taste. Yeah. Like, I experienced this a lot with like art. I'm like, okay, I get it, but I don't like it. Like, I get what you're going for. I get who this appeals to.
Yeah,
why.
But it's not my taste.
Yeah, it's just not for me.
Yeah, like I hate 50 Cent.
Really?
Would you consider yourself an elitist as far as music goes?
Elitist. I try not to put down other people's tastes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like the DJ that was here, who had the lesson, was playing like Burning Man, like Tulum, like that type of vibe, which I just like don't.
It's not your vibe, but you can appreciate that he's doing like what he does.
He was doing it well. The mixes sounded good. The songs were melodic, but would I ever play that in a set voluntarily? For enough money, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, have you ever like
no?
Yeah, in terms of gig stories, have you ever been like taken, like you knew it was going to suck but the money was too good and you went there and did it?
Yeah, like that the NYU bars and like the fucking towny ass bars in Boston and like, you know,
I can't imagine DJing in Boston, man. They just want to hear Dropkick Murphys and that the Patriots are winning, dude. It's fucking such an interest, like
I can't with that. I can't play rock and roll in my DJ sets. Yeah, it was more, I guess, not like towny, but like basic.
Yeah.
I don't know. People's minds were not as open as they are here. Here, everyone's like very like receptive and open minded.
Yeah, because they
especially if you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I love when I'm listening to somebody's set and I like every single song. And I hear a song I don't know and I still like it. It's
that's
like they ease
the most
you into what they got going on.
Yeah, that's like the biggest compliment as a DJ is like seeing somebody Shazam what you're playing.
Oh yeah,
yes.
I gotta go to the bathroom Shazam. I can't even get nobody.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I'll
tell you what it is.
I'll pull it out. I'll pull out my phone. I'll Shazam.
Yeah.
In rare cases, if it's a friend, because sometimes they'll play like songs that aren't Shazamable. I will literally walk up and like no shame, just be like, "What is? Can I get a track ID?"
That's
awesome. Yep. And now, shit, man, keep losing my train of thought.
That's cool.
What about dating? Do you feel like when you date people, they have to have good musical taste, or they're not compatible with you, or are you pretty much open to whatever everyone else is doing?
I think like a good amount of overlap. If it was like the exact same music taste, that's a little creepy.
Yeah.
But
you kind of feel like they're molding themselves to you or something. Like it can't be genuine if it's like an exact parallel.
Yeah, or like they just have like no personality. If like I don't know, I'm not drawn to people like that. But I think having a healthy overlap where they can like fill in the gaps that you don't have, or like I don't know, like I have a girlfriend and we don't like we have some types of music that we just like don't really like listen to on our own, but like if they're listening to it, it's like okay, like,
and it's a nice moment because someone brings you something you wouldn't experience normally, like, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah. And that's the thing, I try to like see the positives of it, even if like I wouldn't choose to listen to it. I'm like, yeah, Taylor Swift, she can really play the guitar.
Yeah, once or twice, you know what I'm saying. I'm not listening to Bad Blood, but I'll give like what's the early hit, like You Belong With Me.
Yeah,
I mean, and
she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it does bang, and I can see like why it resonated. I just don't understand people making their whole personality. Like, I messed with a girl recently when I got to her house. She had a doormat that said, "In this house we listen to Taylor's version." And I was like, I want to get out of here. Like, please, no.
Wow, you still hit?
Yeah.
Yes, I bust out.
Hey.
Do it.
Busting Swift.
Me and Travis Kelce, dog. It's exactly...
Wow.
I'm sorry, yeah, I should not admit that. I hope she doesn't listen to this. But I digress. And I gotta definitely get off of this subject.
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, fake liking a song for a girl?
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? Because
question.
I just had to tolerate Taylor Swift, but it's like, it's not that bad. But...
I try to avoid pretending I like something.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, wow, this is great. I'll just be like, interesting flutes.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna pick out that snare every like 30 seconds and it's okay.
That's a very mature way to fucking digest shit. I gotta get to that level.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't hide my face though, bro. Like, I cannot, like, I'm gonna be like, ugh.
I think I just zone out. I'm
like, the disassociation. Yeah, it's a good method too.
When it's like, I just have what do they say? When you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
Yeah.
I'll just be like...
That's even worse. I would rather somebody talk shit if I throw the record on and it was like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it's a girl,
mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes I'll just be like, what the fuck is this? If I like really don't like it, but most of the times I'm just like... Yeah.
You ever hear some shit that just grows on you? Like, you hear a record and then like, you're like, I fucking hate this. Then like...
5 times, a certain amount of plays
like,
it gets
I
you.
gotta fuck with this a little bit.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll just like won't get it at first, and then eventually I'll get it.
It's earworms, kind of like. It's got to invade your mind and psyche.
Yeah, no, I think so. I've definitely turned my opinion around about a good few tracks here and there.
And how about, you ever wanted to play, like, an actual instrument? I don't want to, like, say the laptop's not an instrument. Is there, like, have you ever had the drawing to, like, want to play, like, bass, piano, or guitar, or anything like that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I started doing music in, like, middle school. I was in, like, a church choir.
Oh, that's interesting, actually.
Or at school, because I went to a Christian school.
Yeah, and as you said, you were sponsored by a church to come through. Like,
yeah. So I grew up in the church, like, very closely tied. I, like, definitely participated in that, and then I got a guitar. I think I was, like, 15 or 16.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, because, like, a lot of people, their introduction to music and then get so technically gifted, but the niche kind of takes over. Like, I know people that were, like, gifted at piano, and their only thought ever was, like, oh, I'll play the organ at church now and then, like, once a week, and, like, go about my life. And it's a very humble thing, but it's just, like, come on, man, you need to be at a dive bar, playing in the corner, entertaining people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess everyone's got, some people are just destined for playing the organ at a church. Actually, one of my favorite producers, what's his name? Sunny Digital, or no, not Sunny. I think a lot of those guys, like Zaytoven.
Oh yeah.
I think it was Zaytoven's, like, he plays the, like, piano or something at the church. Like, that's how he got started.
His pianos are so fucking sick. His melodies so good.
Now, would you say, like, your producers you'd love to work with and or, like, just meet or, like, kind of soak up their kind of energy?
Who do you admire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have more guests.
The cats are out. That was dramatic.
No, it's good.
Did they knock something over? So that's Masha and then Pasha. And then Sonya's somewhere around here. They're very standoffish cats, so I'm surprised they're out.
Nah.
Yeah, goal collabs.
Just speaking it into existence, you know what I'm saying? It could be like...
Yeah, no, let me check, because...
Let's check my DMs real quick and see who's
Yeah.
actually finna work.
No, literally, my Instagram is such a reference point, because I'll do that when I'm, like, trying to book a DJ.
Yeah.
I'm like, who should I book? And then I, like, go to my Instagram, and, like, that jogs my memory.
It's amazing because now we're dancing with the algorithm, you know what I mean? And it's a good and bad thing in this day and age, because it's like, I don't know, I don't like Zuckerberg being attached to anything I do.
Oh, yeah, I always forget that. They do a good job of separating the art from the artist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like a 6 degrees of... It's not the guy on the Joe Rogan Experience. This is the app that you buy a Honda Civic on,
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Dream Car, because it's a super sport. You like sports cars?
I love sports cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was the first one that, like, awoke into... Like, was it, like, always as a kid, like, you saw an Audi go by or something and it triggered it? Or, like, what do you... Like, what's your favorite sports car?
Favorite? Well, I mean, the Super Sport version of a car is always my favorite, because it's, like, the top performance.
Yeah.
Like, Camaro does it. I think they did it in Impala. They did Bugatti, of course. The Chiron Super Sport. It's the world record. 0 to 300 kilometers to 0.
Yeah, it's
fast.
like a high speed. Yeah, I got a fucking 5 Series and I don't know how to use the sports mode. I feel like such a fucking fraud, like, especially coming here with that.
Nah, I love driving. I love cars. I love driving stick shift cars and fast ones.
Do you own a car right now?
Yeah, I have like the baby Audi SUV.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And do you have like a dream car you'd like from a specific year and or?
I like old, like slightly older Bentleys.
Ooh, yeah.
Bentleys really speak to me, but if I had like a all around just fun one, a GT3 RS is so stereotypical. That's like a meme response to that.
Oh, dude, yeah.
But I mean, it's sick for a reason. Like,
the biggest thing, I really want just a shitty 90s Mercedes 2-seater, like, you know, the big emblem, like, convertible bullshit. They got a lot of them in Newport, actually. It's a Newport car museum, and it's a huge deal out there. Jay Leno lives there, and he's got a huge car collection, and honestly, so there's an Audrain thing, and they opened up a car museum, and they're slowly buying up, like, every business on the island I live on. So it's a very weird thing happening, actually, in my life, yeah. But it's cool because they have, like, vintage Eldorados, like, all this crazy shit, like, just cruising around casually, and, like, they do shows all the time and shit like that. I mean, if you're ever in Newport, you can stop by. But
that's like Venice Beach. I feel like Venice has a lot of, you know, like, custom, especially, like, custom cars.
Yeah.
I love the cars out in LA. They're so fun. And, like, people have money, so they'll be having, like, the brand new, like, Urus.
Yeah, it's fuck you money to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm just buying this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Like a G-Wagon with, like, an outrageous wrap on it.
Those are the best, though. Like, I like, why you got anime people on the side of your car and shit like that. And that's funny as hell to me because it's just like vanity plates. Like, what goes through someone's head that they need to convey things like that? But, shit, we're getting way away from music.
Style.
Yeah. Do you have subwoofers in your car?
No. The stock system's pretty good. That was one of my first stops. I did a test drive. And I was like, okay. Car test. The car passes the car test.
Who are some DJs that you like will still go out and you're excited to hear play?
Oh my gosh, well, tonight is a good example of it. A good friend of mine, it's funny that you asked like my dream collaborators.
Yeah.
And you are right that I'm living the dream.
Yeah.
Because I'm like collaborating with
your friends.
Yeah, like they're my friends.
Look up to.
Yeah, I never thought of it from that perspective, but yeah, a couple of my friends DJing tonight. Shek Dash, ill producer, has just like blown up. Like, I've witnessed him get like famous in the past like year or two that I've known him. And yeah, my friend Amadizi, like good friend, introduced me to, he helped me get my first residency in Boston.
Damn.
At this hip hop night. And then we produced some together. But yeah, and I booked him at Silo a little over a year ago. But yeah, if he's ever in town, like even if it's somebody else that books him, I like...
You gotta get there, you gotta see that. And that's like a beautiful thing. And that's real, like, you know what I'm saying, companionship and love. But, so in terms of how hard is it to get booked as a DJ in Brooklyn? Like, do you need to, like... Oh, my God. Like, no, because, like, how many venues is there? What is it that they're booking? Like, how do you make a living doing this?
It depends. It really...
And do you make is this, like, your only income? Is it all you do?
No, I have a full-time day job now. I was a full-time DJ for a little over a year.
Yeah.
Because I was working in tech from 2013 to 2023.
Oh wow, that's a stretch.
Yeah. I had like 5 or 6 different jobs. I was doing great, and then I got laid off.
Dude, and it's brutal. Like, you know what I'm saying with those tech companies, because the
was
money.
there a silver lining to that where it freed up enough time to like do more DJing?
Yeah, and it also kind of pushed me because I had to make a living. I had to pay rent. I had to eat. I gotta feed my cat.
I gotta feed my cat.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can go without, but the kitty needs to eat.
No, Sonya's gotta eat. So I was like, all right, I gotta go figure it out, and I get booked pretty regularly, like as is, but like I just like got more out there, and like I think it's all about just like getting in front of people and being like, hello.
Right place at the right time, kind of.
Do you have representation, or do a lot of it yourself?
I have representation. We're in early stages. We just started working together.
Yo, the Taco Bell slides are crazy. I just noticed that.
Oh, thank you. I have a whole Taco Bell outfit. But yeah, no, he's been helping me out. Shout out to Gems.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, and I've had representation in the past too, like in Boston, which was cool. I don't think we completely aligned on like vision.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a little more like industry commercial, which I guess that's where the money's at, and that.
But in terms of artistic vision and like freedom to do what you like, my favorite venue is my eyeglass shop. Can you get me in there?
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to be making these calls.
Yeah.
And do you think you could do it by yourself, or is representation like much better? Because it's kind of like being able to pull up and sing versus having to like spend all day making calls and shit like that. Like,
I mean, it helps, especially just like kind of project managing me, because that's my day job. Is like I do like project management.
Yeah.
So I'm great at telling other people what to do, but like, or like helping them talk through it and like figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, no one's helping me to do. But yeah, I mean a little bit, just being like asking the right questions. I kind of see it more that way because I was like a full-time DJ for over a year. Got my own gigs. I did like video production.
Yeah.
With a bunch of different collaborations.
What is making it as a Brooklyn DJ?
Making it being happy.
No,
Yeah.
that is you're a happy dude, but I meant like, is there a specific thing that like, oh, you do this one show and you get booked after that, or is it like?
I don't want to give that away.
Okay.
There's definitely some turning points that if you
Yes.
make a good statement at the right place, at the right time, and like it's like a moment. If you're at the right place,
It's the moment to strike the iron when it's hot, and that kind of molds it.
Yeah, it's like the lose yourself moment, you know? Like mom spaghetti, but you gotta lose yourself.
Okay.
Pull out the mom spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we'll step back more from industry kids. What was the last movie you saw in theaters?
In theaters, I probably went to see Inside Out 2 with Shaq Dash, my good friend, who was DJing tonight at Silo.
Yeah.
I guess it'll be put out.
Love the plug.
It'll be out by like tomorrow, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It'll be so.
They'll
yeah.
check out the recap.
If you get a time machine, pop out, like, you know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Inside Out 2 was good. I saw the first one. It brought me to tears when the clown died.
Same.
It's heavy fucking shit,
I
dude.
cried Inside Out 2 as well.
And
We
like-
both did. We crowed.
Yeah, it was really hard because also I won't watch kids movies because I feel like I'd save that experience for like when I have a child to watch it with. But I was a camp counselor at the time, so we all went to watch Inside Out. So now I'm sitting there, and I'm supposed to be a role model, and I'm crying because the fucking dude died.
It's
I'm
okay to
pissed 'cause
be
I don't even know what
vulnerable.
Inside Out is at all.
It was a Disney movie about emotions
Fair.
Yeah, they like personify these emotions, and it's
and physical characters. Yeah, it's
powerful. Honestly, like it takes you on an emotional journey.
and that's all we're trying to do with art is make people feel things.
Yeah.
I mean, we could wrap up. You got anything closing points?
Well, let me ask like 2 more questions.
Okay, go crazy.
Okay, I'm ready.
Artistically, what do you think your vision is for you in game? Like, where do you see yourself going? Because you said you had a project manager and you had representation, and
Yeah.
sometimes your vision didn't align with it. Where do you see yourself going, and where would you like to be?
Just more where I've kind of been going towards, like, I don't know, it kind of unfolds in ways that you can't foresee. So I just want to like embrace like what I'm meant to do and like actually do work That's the shitty part is like in order to like get places you have to do a lot of work.
Yeah, and you have to love the grueling part of the process is like sitting there and making it. And
yeah, you kind of you have to like figure out a way to like make it enjoyable or like remind yourself of like the end goal. But I've been like pitching my music to labels. I had a couple good like releases last year, so I'm trying to get like more like on a bigger platform. Just like more of what I've been doing, but like on a bigger scale. Just like more refined, more I don't know, just like a strong statement I think is my next goal, like abstractly. I'm just really stoned right now.
No problem, dude. Yeah, and I'm sorry, like I wish I was smoking weed too, so I was on a similar level, but basically I'm just coming down off Adderall right now, and that's all I got.
Oh shit, that's all good.
That coffee helped.
Yeah, it did help. I'm pepped up a little bit.
There you go. Yeah. As far as like tangible things, just like bigger shows, I've been talking to people here and there. That's about all I can say. Yeah.
How about favorite cities that you'd like to DJ in or you have DJed in?
I want to DJ in Tokyo.
Fuck yeah.
So bad.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I love Japan. It's a great vibe. Everyone's so happy there.
Yeah, I've got a friend that promotes at a club. He just started DJing too, but we were like really close friends in Boston. This footwear designer. But yeah, he lives there now, I think.
Yeah, it's dirt cheap at the moment. Like, I spent a month out there, and I literally went through like a quarter of the budget that I brought there. You know what I'm saying? I was so blown away that like, dude, are you telling me like lunch that's gonna fill me up all day is $5? Like,
that's
crazy. Like ramen, fried chicken, dumplings, all together. Dude.
They really figured out their society, didn't they?
Oh, it's so good. I mean, and they had that one comedy club there. It's the only one I encountered. But it's also it's an interesting mix there because here everyone. If you're doing comedy or you're going to a comedy show, you see everyone from that city. But when you go to the comedy show in Tokyo, there's a guy from the Philippines, there's people from Europe, there's people from, you know what I'm saying, America. And it's like you get all these different perspectives, but all of us are just bitching about our relationship with family members. And that's really what brings us together.
You can relate to that, yeah.
Exactly, because we bring it down to like human things, and then everyone's just like, oh yeah, and Japan has bidets, and that's all the tourists want to talk about when you try and work. Yeah.
I mean, love a good bidet.
I didn't hate
that. When you go to somebody's house that's like their house is trashy, but they have the bidet.
Yeah, it's like
priorities.
It is priorities, man.
They got their ass clean, so that's good.
I respect that.
Yeah, that's the number one thing, basically. Like that's the first moment we became civilized was running water and plumbing, dude. I'm telling you. As soon as
how big are cosigns in the DJing community? Like when another DJ that's dope says, "Yo, this DJ is dope," because you're pretty humble. I've actually heard about you from other DJs. I think Noah was the first DJ that like put me on to you.
Shout out to Noah. That's a good friend.
He never like fucking bigs up other DJs ever at all. Period. 9 times 10 if he's saying something about a DJ is negative.
Wow, I feel honored. I think a cosign does go a long way as a producer, especially if like somebody plays my track. Like I found out Zach Fox played one of my tracks.
That's so fucking
yeah.
Like I saw this video on Twitter. And I was just like, poking around Twitter, whatever.
Which track was it, if you want to plug that?
Yeah, it's my remix of OJ the Juice Man's No Hook.
Yeah.
Banger, and I was just
classic.
like, I was like, let me make it Jersey Club, and next thing I know, I opened my Twitter, and it's Zach Fox playing it. So I shouted him out.
Yeah.
And then he followed me on Instagram, so shout out Zach Fox.
Shout out Zach Fox.
Yeah, fucking
He's
comedian, DJ, just really, I can't believe everything that man picks up and does so well. Like I remember Wood Tip was like just a regular kind of like, it's almost R&B feeling album. It was just good as fuck.
Yeah.
And, was it?
What are some albums you're jamming to right now that you can listen to straight through?
I mean, my regular listening, like my default like my white noise is like Chopped and Screwed.
Yeah.
So Fat Pat's Greatest Hits, Screwed, Pimp C's Greatest Hits, Screwed, Zero, Greatest Hits, Screwed.
Fucking Zero, this is insane.
Yeah. DJ Screw, of course, the originator. All Work No Play Volume 2, and then like 3 in the Morning. Yeah, those are the big ones.
Do you ever feel like worry about kind of drug culture invading like the dance floor? Do you think people are saying ketamine's killing dance floors because people are just standing there staring at it? I don't know if this is like a hot button issue or if it's like...
I think it's killing the community.
Yeah.
If anything.
Both literally and like kind of.
Well, yeah, no, like there's like the physical danger. Of course, drugs are terrible for your body.
Yeah.
And then there's also like what it does to people when they're on it. It like turns them into somebody that's like not fun
and tries to put in requests.
Right, or just like is like doing too much, or
Yeah.
like is like sloppy, or like hyper,
Yeah.
you know, like talking your fucking ear off, and like, you know, I've had people at, like after parties that like grab me and and I'm
dude,
like, bro,
oh my god, best set ever, dude. Oh my gosh, I need to like.
and I'm like, bro, like, drink some water, bro.
Yeah. And it's
like,
you don't want to worry about people, and it's just hard because you wish people could enjoy things without needing that crutch, or like that someone could go to the bar without needing to like get blackout drunk or something like that.
yeah, I mean, everyone's got their thing, their struggle. I definitely struggle with alcohol sometimes.
You ever perform fucked up, like drunk or whatever?
Some of my best sets were blacked
How
out.
does that go?
Oh yeah.
Like, it's insane because like some days I'll like I DJ'd this rapper Polo Perks, his birthday party.
I fucking love Polo Perks,
Yo,
bro.
again,
Bro.
so fucking humble. Like he
Yo,
didn't even
dude.
drop the
That
Zap
shit's
shit until we're about to walk out.
What was it like? Fucking. I'm not.
I DJ'd his birthday party
Yeah.
a couple of years ago. It was probably like through Noah, actually, because he was like, "Oh, do you have a microphone?" So I pulled up with a microphone. He was like, "Do you want to DJ?" I was like, "Sure." Got twisted,
Yeah.
like completely fucking sloshed, and just apparently tore it up.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then I wake up the next day and like Polo's following me, like a bunch of people I met.
You did some great politicking. You know what I'm saying? You killed the set. That's the most magical moment.
Yeah, I think I just like let go and let loose,
Yeah.
like
When Jesus takes the wheel and when you're AFK, but it's cooking. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
awesome.
And I was blacked out, and I like don't remember. Like I had to go and like check what songs I had played.
Yep. Have you ever gotten like fucked up and played the same song over and over and over and over, or like been annoyed and done it out of spite?
I did that night. I played the same song twice.
What'd you run back twice?
I don't even know.
Fuck,
I
dude.
was just like, yeah, this is a good one.
It's like
I should play
no,
this.
no, that's my favorite thing is because it's a natural
That's
thing.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
Hold on real fast
Yeah.
though. To just be able to pull up, not have a set like not thinking, oh, I'm gonna go do this, and I have this thing prepared perfectly. I worked on it. I know exactly what these transitions are. This
Yeah.
is gonna slap.
But I don't.
Show up, get drunk, and then just crush. That's insane. That's talent.
Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
thank you. I freestyle it mostly. I have like like I'll make playlists for like specific events. Like if I'm doing like the Law Radio or like a big set, I'm like, all right, let me plan like an actual like one song to the next. But most of the time, I'll have like. Right now, I think it's like 800 songs on my USB.
Yeah.
And I just like
Actually, I had a question.
Go for it.
Pertaining to this, what's a USB DJ, or is it someone that just shows up with like a playlist that's already like completely
Yeah, somebody
done?
else's
and
work.
it just,
But
like,
your software, you're just plugging in basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard that you just put the songs on the USB and then you plug them into the gear, and you can have like playlists.
so there are people that don't mix it live,
What you mean?
like they don't like do the transitions themselves in the.
Oh,
moment,
that's
or-
called fake DJing.
That's what I wanted to get to. So like, there's people that do that. Is that,
Pre-recorded
like,
sets.
How do you
Yes.
feel about that in the community?
It's fucked up. Don't do that.
Fuck you if you
It's
do that
fucked up,
shit.
Don't do that. I love
It's like
that.
lip syncing.
Yeah.
Like, hacky jokes that you steal.
Right, like, you might as well, like, fuck up a little bit, and then, like, if you're a good enough DJ, you'll just fix it.
Yeah.
Trial by fire.
The point
Yeah.
is being human. Like, if you know what I'm saying, like you could just have AI make a DJ set for you if you're doing that. It's not like you.
Right. I record my DJ sets live, like, and I fuck up, but the thing is, like, there's a way to fix it, and if you can't fix it, then, I don't know, you know, like...
It's you're audibling the play. You know what I'm saying? Like you work off mistakes, and to me personally, imperfections make the picture. The better photography has gotten to 4K. I remember the first time I saw an HDTV, and I was like, I don't want to see these actors' pores.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's too
like,
much.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. And why do you think people still gravitate towards film or like lower grain footage?
Yeah, like the VHS camcorders.
Exactly.
They're so hot
dude.
right now.
It's fucking awesome. And we're back to vinyl records, dude. Like, my parents, like, saw this die and resurrect. Because pops, skips, breaks. I really, personally, I love vinyls the most because I don't like dropping the needle. I like that it forces me to sit there and listen to the entire fucking picture as the artist put it out there.
Yeah. And then you gotta flip it over. It's like it's like the ritual.
Yeah, and as I said, I got ADD. I gotta get up, move, and like, oh, it's over. Gotta go flip that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was the first first musical act you saw live?
Musical acts.
Yeah.
Oh, that was probably in Nashville then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw some like bullshit bands, but A notable show that I saw
Early on.
Crazy Lore
Mm-hmm.
in 2006.
Okay.
I saw Skrillex as the lead singer of the hardcore band.
Yeah,
from
dude.
First to Last.
Oh, that's awesome.
On their farewell
dude.
tour.
Oh wow! That's
Damn,
insane.
dude.
So
Just
that's
like,
never gonna be replicated ever again.
Yeah, that's like
Bro.
me meeting like DJ Rashad.
That's
Like
nuts.
just like some moments that I've had, and I'm like, I look back and I'm like, holy shit! Like,
Bro, you couldn't escape Bangarang for like years. Like, or oh my god, or just
Nice
like,
Sprites and Evil, whatever.
yeah, or like the ASAP Ferg songs, or like features like that. Like it's crazy
Yeah,
and
Wild for the Night. Banger.
It is
that
a
song
banger,
is a
dude.
banger.
oh my gosh.
Have you ever DJed in Russia? Have you ever gone back?
I wish. I have DJ friends there. Shout out Tagi.
Yeah.
Shout out
Well,
LeShootler.
that's dope. What is their scene like? Do you ever like listen to some of their mixes and be like, I can
Of
do
course,
this?
yeah, I play their
yeah,
songs. They released my music on their label.
Oh, that's so fucking fire.
Yeah, what was it called? Cyberjet.
Shout out Cyberjet.
Yeah, big shout out to them. They're doing it. I definitely want to visit and DJ with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm plotting a European tour
Fuck yeah.
Well, that's dope.
this summer with like, cities I can actually go to and not
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Russia.
Not like somewhere that's a little problematic at the time.
Or we're not at war with them
Yeah,
or whatever.
Exactly. Can you enjoy music where you don't understand the language or the lyrics? Because I love Spanish music, or I akin it to like my love of classical music, where I can just kind of step back and I don't have to interpret anything.
Yeah, it's just vibes. Yeah, I think there's something to it. It is universal. Like if they can express it in a way that can like speak to you,
Yeah.
like it doesn't matter what exactly they're saying. It's
Yeah.
like mumble rap.
I love mumble rap, dude. Levi Carter, all that shit is just fucking
Yeah.
fire to me because it's just peaceful and it's not intrusive. But someone was actually talking to me. They went to school for music therapy, and basically they go to hospitals and people would have speech problems and things like that. And teaching like an instrument is a way to convey emotions to them. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's sick.
yeah, and it's really a beautiful thing. And like I'm just so proud of people because he's like 17, 18. It's like, and already finding your niche like that's just a beautiful thing to me.
Yeah,
I
fire.
mean, but you fell right into music and you love it, so it's a good
Yeah.
thing. Like.
No, I was very blessed. I grew up around cool people. My one choir director, Robert King, we called him King Robert.
That's a good fucking. Now that's a name that's profound. Bro.
Yeah,
that's
no,
like
he
people
was-
change their names to have that kind of.
Bro, fucking tyrant. Like, just the most, like,
I
strict.
thought he was about to say something.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be.
He said
He was serious?
No, dude, this guy was such a, like, very harsh discipline, like, vocal coach, because that was the choir that I was in.
Yeah.
And he would just, like, call you out. Like, if you were the slightest bit off, he would stop everything and be like, you, do it again. Do it on key.
Honestly,
Now.
man, and accountability is huge because that's a big thing we're kind of trying to avoid now. Everyone wants to be like not do the work; they want to not be accountable for like this part of my job. And actually, you said you do some project management kind of stuff.
Yeah, you gotta
And-
call people out and be like, hey,
Do your fucking shit.
right.
Do you ever feel like you have to do that in like your DJing world, where like you're working with a bunch of DJs and you're like, yo, you can't
Yeah.
drink right now.
Constantly.
You need to be around time type shit?
Especially planning it, that's my role for a lot of like collaborations, collectives, projects, anything with involving like a team effort. I'm always the one that's like, all right, what is the plan? What are like the exact steps? What are the due dates? Who is responsible for it? And I will be on your ass.
Exactly.
And all that shit.
Every friend group needs
Yeah,
that, though.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right
100%.
now.
I don't know. I've like learned to embrace being a hard ass because I do it in just like, hey, I want you to succeed. Get your shit together. Like tighten up.
Exactly. Like I want you succeeding makes me happy, so I need to do this for you.
Yes.
If you're at the bar DJing, first drink you order.
I mean, my evil standard is Henny Red Bull.
Jesus Christ.
That's if I'm feeling a type of way. If I'm trying to keep it cute, then
Keep it
maybe
cute.
like a mezcal soda.
Yeah, it's a nice little chill, more like vibe. Like,
Yeah, with like a twist.
dude, why is
something light.
Red Bull's like the demon beverage, bro? Because it was like right before I quit, it was like tequila Red Bull, and I thought I got roofied or something. You just black the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
It's intense.
It's the combination, I think, with like caffeine and alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they had to reformulate for Loco.
Oh yeah, I remember the early ones. They said they would shotgun them and then vomit blood and all that good stuff. I hate espresso martinis. I kind of hate that those caught on.
I don't like them either. I like
Exactly.
espresso
It's
by
too
itself.
Yeah, and I worked with a lot of bartenders, and there's no set recipe for them, so it's like everywhere has to do their own thing. But personally, my issue was I discovered they're a laxative if you have 4 of them, and then
That's so funny.
Dude,
They do have espresso.
Yeah, dude, you do not want to take a shit at the bar.
No.
Ever.
Or at the club. Come
Ever.
on, no.
Oh my god, at the club.
Especially as a DJ, that'd be insane.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so
He's been gone for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
we do comedy, so we have like bad sets, and then like usually after I have a bad set, I have like a ritual things I do, like, you know, to kind of get me back on track, so I don't like fucking
Yeah,
start
just like
spiraling.
contemplate and
Right.
What do you do, and how long does a bad set stay with you? Does it stay with you to the next set, or what?
It usually goes away pretty quick. Just because I've had so many, like I've cleared so many rooms in 17 years.
Oh, dude.
I have cleared a lot of rooms. Just because it happens. Like everyone has off nights.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. I just remind myself it's okay.
Do
Like,
people ever boo?
I have gotten booed off the decks one time. It was at an art gallery. It was my friend's. Or, like, I just met this guy. It was his birthday, so he had all his friends there. And I was like, can I DJ? He was like, all right, cool. And that was in my, like...
Adolescent phase of this.
Yeah, I was a little younger, and I was, like, trying to make a statement. So I was going to play some, like, grime, some, like, UK, like, in hardcore rap. And they were, like, asking for Beyonce.
Hilarious.
And I was like, I don't have any Beyonce.
Yes.
And they started booing.
Ugh.
And I was like, fuck, like, I'm really getting booed off the decks because I don't have Beyonce.
You gotta respect the
Beyonce.
Queen Bee.
So now I have Beyonce on my USB at all times.
Top 3
Respect
Beyonce
it.
songs.
Crazy in Love. What else?
It's
Drunk in
crazy I don't know
Love.
3 Beyonce songs. I feel like I'm letting my mom know right now.
I like the Big Ego with Kanye West. There's... I don't like that shit with Jay-Z. The 03 Bonnie and Clyde shit's kind of bullshit. There's,
I don't like
Yeah.
couples. I don't like when couples are showing up to work
yeah,
together.
it's disgusting. It's like...
It's like when 2 people are door dashing. It's like just one of you guys. Dude, I don't want
I
bullshit
do
that
appreciate when I get into an Uber and he's on a 4-hour phone call with his wife and he's just talking to her the entire time. Like, that's
Aw.
intimacy.
That's
It's cute,
endearing.
you know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
fuck with
It's
that.
like...
That's cute.
Yeah, or when I popped out to my sister's house and, like, every time her husband is coming home from work, he calls and it's like, they're just sitting in silence on the phone together. I'm like, wow.
Chilling.
Wonder if I'll find that.
It's pretty sick. I definitely am a phone yapper with my girl.
Yeah, it's good because, like, some people only like texting and shit. It's a good connection. How'd you meet her? Or is this,
We met right
Okay.
here.
Ooh.
New Year's 2022, there are photos.
Oh,
My now roommate Dav,
Mm.
it was New Year's and he was like, yo, like, y'all are 2 of my really good friends.
Yeah.
Her name is Dara.
Mhm.
Shout out to Dara.
Also DJs too, right?
Right. Shout out to Dav,
that was fire.
Mr.
Yeah.
Cupid. But yeah, he was like, yo, let me take a photo, y'all, because y'all are two of my good friends. And so he did, and then we were like just Instagram, Twitter friends for a couple years, and then she hits me up. Or no, she hits Dav up. And she's like, what's good with your boy Sport?
There we go, yeah.
And then he screenshotted that and sent that to me. He was like, yo, and I was like, oh. And then he sent her my react, and then everybody knew.
You see,
That's fire.
I've seen so many fail try and put someone on with someone, like, and he did very good there. You know what I'm saying?
was so
Because, like,
smooth.
and also, like, not him immediately
He's
responding
DJ
to her,
too,
sending
right?
it to
Yeah.
So yeah, that's such a DJ move right there.
Oh,
It's like I'm gonna
dude.
just blend this real fast.
Yeah, he hit the blend one time. Smooth transition.
That's
And
the best analogy I've heard for it. I love it.
yeah,
And,
so yeah, we connected about a year ago
Mhm.
on New Year's 2024,
Yeah.
and yeah, we've been together about a year now, and it's great. It's definitely interesting because I had a no dating DJs rule.
Ooh.
You
Yeah.
broke the rule for her.
No, I could totally
Yes.
see that,
Oh,
yeah.
that's fire.
Yeah,
You got to find that exception. As soon as you, like, put that out into the universe, the world's going to be like, yeah, but...
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah, it's like, how about this one though?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, okay.
And
yeah.
also, it's not like she was, like, came into your life and she's like, oh, I'm going to start DJing. Or it's not like she was in here trying to get trade secrets.
right, and
Do
we
you give her trade secrets though? It's like, baby, you could
It's
actually
like,
do
nah,
this a little better.
We DJ together.
Mhm.
I mean, she's good enough that like I don't. She knows what she's doing.
Mm.
I don't have to tell her anything. She doesn't tell me anything. We just like enjoy doing it. We do parties together here and there, but most of the time, yeah, we just kind of do our own thing, root for each other. It's cute.
Do you like comedy?
Yeah.
Do you have like favorites or like because you're in a hub for that too. If you ever wanted to go see it, it's pretty like out here.
I've definitely been to a lot of comedy clubs. I have a good friend Jay Smitty. Do you know him?
Love Jay Smitty. That's my homie.
Yeah,
Yo,
he's more tapped in. I live under a rock, dog.
We did mad shows in Boston.
Yeah.
So we collaborated. We were at like the Rockwell Theater. We did these like underground shows at this like weed smoking loft.
Yeah.
So I would like open with like a DJ set and then play in between I would like bring them on with the song.
Yeah.
And then like I would play at the end.
No, that was really smooth. They did that at the Elbow Room one time where they had like you got to picking a walk up song is also a baller thing, and I really fumbled that. I picked a terrible song to walk up to.
Yeah, it's fun, but yeah, no.
Because the DJ can absolutely fuck you with the song he's bringing you up to. So that's happening.
Yeah.
Well, but we got to pick our own, so it was kind of my own thing. But
I got roasted, actually. This one comic, I was doing a show with him.
Mm-hmm.
She walked up and she was like, I did not know a single one of those songs that you were playing, DJ. And I was like, oof.
compliment. Good.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I push you on. You're welcome.
It was not like in a flattering way, but it's comedy.
Yeah, you got to take it with a grain of salt, and we're all deeply hurt people that lash out a lot.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah, I dated a comedian for yeah.
Was she funny?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine dating a comedian. That shit seems like a fucking hellscape.
Yeah, I think it's more the aftermath that I'm like, somewhere out there, there's a room.
Yeah,
there's like a room of people laughing at me.
Yeah.
And they don't even know me. But
no, it's the worst thing if you tell someone they do comedy and all of a sudden they just want to be a bit to you because they want to be kind of like incarnated in your art.
Yeah.
It's not like
it's like with DJs like, oh, I want to be your muse.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want to feel important. I get it.
Exactly. Or they want the beauty of being in art without the work we talked about of doing the art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're just fucking the DJ.
Do you experience like there's a big stigma against DJs? Like, do you feel like because I don't want to call it like a male hoe profession, but like on Twitter they'll call it like personal trainers, DJs, and like that kind of shit. Like, have you ever felt like any resilience?
Like even boys in the community for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. It depends on the person. I feel like there's a lot that give it like a bad name or like a bad reputation.
Yeah.
Where like the stereotype it comes about for a reason.
Oh, exactly.
Like there's people that make and perpetuate these stereotypes. So yeah, it's a thing. Try to avoid DJs. I've also like been told that like somebody will meet me off Instagram and they'll be like, you're actually really nice. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
I mean, you seem nice on Instagram.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I didn't really know what I was walking into.
Yeah,
You seem, number one, the humbleness, that's really insane. Because 9 times out of 10 DJs that have even like a shred of what you've actually accomplished or have been doing it even a fucking...
It's in their head.
Yeah, a portion of what you've already done. They're already up in their heads thinking they're the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I had a psychic tell me to be a bit more confident.
That's good, yeah.
I've been trying to do that. It was a psychic in Philly. It was kind of crazy. She read me like a book.
Yeah, you done a tarot card reading, or was it just kind of like a straight up like palm reading or something to that effect?
Yeah, it was like palms and face, but like literally from the moment I just like sat down, she was like, "Are you ready? I'm going to tell you some things that are good, some things that are bad."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Let's go."
And I'll say, like, whenever you're looking for things, you'll find them. And I had, like, a tarot card reading that ended up being scary, accurate. Like, someone was like, get out of here, this is a trap, blah, blah, blah. And I got, like, pulled over, got slammed with a ticket. It wasn't anything that bad, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it's just crazy how they pan out. But fuck, dude. And go to Philly if you need a psychic. It's the...
Yes.
That's where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust any other ones.
Oh, yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Philly. I did Pittsburgh last year. It was pretty cool. It's a very, like, art-centric area, but...
Yeah.
It seems interesting.
Philly's good. I went with Noah because he had a gig in DC, and then a couple of our friends are DJing in Philly the next night, so we're just like East Coast tour.
Yeah, pretty much. And shit, man. I mean, we covered it all.
Yeah, I gotta also pee. So
yeah, exactly. Go ahead. I'll cut this right now. Thank you, man.